Today, I'm gonna walk you guys through how I would go from a beginner to an elite finisher. I've played 11 plus years of professional football in clubs all across Europe, in Belgium, Spain, Scotland, and more. And I'm gonna walk you guys exactly through how I would progress from easy, medium, to hard. I'm gonna give you guys explanations and reasons of why we're doing these things and what it's doing to the brain. Before we begin, you're always gonna take 2 cones and you're gonna set your corners. This is to teach the brain where we're focusing. Give yourself a gate where you're gonna be able to finish. You're gonna drop them in both corners. Starting off with the easy progressions, we're gonna be at the 6-yard box, okay? So that's how far we're gonna be away from the goal. We're gonna place a cone at the middle of that line. So in line with the penalty spot, okay? This is all about getting repetitions and teaching the brain how to finish properly. Finding those corners is gonna teach the brain what we're aiming for. So if you can't do it from a close range, you're never gonna be able to do it from a further range. So start out here and build your reps over the weeks. I have about 6 or 7 balls, but you guys can do it with 1 or 2 balls. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you start. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be here at a stationary position. We're gonna take the ball with our right foot and we're gonna finish into the corners of the goal. We're focusing on both sides. So first on the right and then in the left corner. By finishing in both corners with the right foot as well as the left foot to follow, you're gonna teach the body and the foot how to finish. So for example, when I'm finishing in the right corner with the right foot, I have to open my hip to finish. Vice versa, when I'm finishing in the left corner with my right foot, I'm now coming across the ball and I need to spin it into that other corner. This is gonna teach you how to finish in both corners. And as we progress further along, you're gonna notice that technique remains the same. One more thing I want to note is that we're from a stationary position. When we progress later on in the stages, we're gonna be doing it at a dribble. But for now, we're really at a standstill. So push the ball and finish in your corners. Focus on good technique. If you can, find the side netting, okay? We have 3 sets of 6 shots at good quality reps. After our 3 sets of 6 shots with the right, we're moving now into the left. Same thing, we're focused on quality of our shots, striking with the inside of the foot, and making good contact on the ball. After our 3x6, both in the middle, we're now gonna do 3x6 in the right and left corners. But this time, we're only gonna be using our right foot or our left foot on each side. Let's go walk through it. Moving on to the next thing. We're gonna be all the way on the corner of the 6 box. So we're still relatively close to the goal. This time though, if we're on the right side of the box, we're focusing on a right-footed finish across the box into that back post. Later on in the progressions, we will work on what I call the Thierry Henry finish, where we're finishing with the left foot all the way across. But this requires more technique, which I'll talk about later. Let's get into it. I always put another cone here, which is a guideline for my balls.
Hey.
So I'll put them here.
Okay. Hey. I got my brothers and my fam standing next to me. I go to war for what I love until the death of me. You quitting in the first is not a threat to me. Because what break me is what makes me, it's my destiny. I know we heard it all before, but let me give it to you straight. When you're back against the wall, you just step up to the plate.
So after we've done our 3x6, we're moving to the next corner, okay? We're gonna be focusing on using our left foot on the left side of the corner, okay? This will finish up our easy progressions before we move into the medium progressions.
Trail behind, leave a trail behind. Snails getting turned into the cargo that we left behind. Into your pride.
Okay, let's move on to the medium progressions now, which is gonna be a little bit further outside of the box. Now we're at the penalty spot. For the inside, we're gonna be throwing a skill move, as well as on the right side and the left side. I'm gonna talk you guys through those later, but for now, we're gonna be right here. We're alternating both right and left foot. So you're throwing a skill move either to the right or to the left, and then you're finishing into your corner. What matters is that you remember the finish that you did previously. So if I went to the right and I finished in this right corner, the next time I go to the right, I'm gonna finish in the left corner. Give yourself a bit of space and move the ball back so that you're able to go at pace at a game realistic speed. For the reps, we're looking at 3 sets of 5 finishes here. In between reps, it's important to walk back, catch your breath, and then go again. Let's move on to the right side now. I'm walking you guys through it there. The focus over there is on Thierry Henry finishing. I brought these little cones to give you guys a visual aid on how we want our run to be. So it's a bit of a curled run. So we're gonna follow these cones, okay? Yeah, that's good, 4 cones like this. I typically don't use these because I've mastered this now. But starting from your orange cone, we're playing a straight line with the pass. This curved run here allows your body positioning to easily open up and find that back post. This is Thierry Henry's signature finish, and this is how he always does it, okay? So he sets it, he curves his run, and he is able to really keep his foot straight and open up to find that back post. If you're hitting that side netting, typically the goalkeeper has no chance. Let's walk through it now. Walk back in between sets, in between reps, sorry. So, what you'll notice on this finish, it's not going too far back. It's not hitting that side netting. That's because I'm not opening up my hip enough, but I'm also, as I strike the ball, I'm bringing the foot in. So it's causing the ball to spin in towards the goal. I made that necessary adjustment, and now I'm finding that side netting in that corner. Let's quickly recap where we are in the medium progression. If you can show the penalty spot here, that's our distance. We're around the penalty spot when it comes to distance from the goal. We're on the left side here, okay? I'm gonna give you guys a visual aid again so you guys can know where we are. So same thing, you're gonna be curling your run around these cones before you finish. Okay, let's walk through it. Remember, straight line, curve your run, finish in those corners. Remember, we're throwing a skill move, so set up your cones just like this. Have your guidance cone where you have your balls. There's a big difference between finishing at a standstill, for example, a free kick, a penalty, and doing it at game speed on a dribble, okay? We want to be doing it now on a dribble, and there's times where we can do free kicks and penalties. This is now our hard progression. We're moving into it. So we're going to be down the middle at the top of the box. You'll notice if you watch a lot of professionals in training, they do a lot of finishing inside of this box. They do a lot of, challenges or competitions, these kind of things. Because here's an important place to be doing your finishing. So after we do this, we have 3x5 here. We're gonna move to the right and to the left.
I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get on and finally escape.
Okay, now let's move to the right side of the goal, okay? So for this hard progression, we're focusing on far post finish. So we're not striking with power here. We're looking for technique, and we're finishing it with that inside curler, curling the ball to that back post, similar to what Lamine Yamal signature finishes. So we have our cones. We're gonna approach them with speed. We're gonna throw a skill move, and we're opening up our hip, and we're finishing to that back post. Let's move to the next side. Now on the left side of the pitch, we're gonna be finishing with the right foot. Same thing, we're looking for that inside curler to that far post. Going at game speed, cutting inside, and finishing. That one stayed too low. We're looking for it to get into the air. In the game, that's never gonna be a finish. Hey guys, that ends the session. We're gonna add that to our pro solo sessions playlist where we have all our sessions where you can just go through, get all the information that you need on how to train and how to be a better player. Guys, it's about consistency, it's about hard work, and it's about discipline. But most importantly, it's about training correctly so that you're not wasting time. Time is our most valuable asset, and if we waste time, then we don't ever get it back.